Top of the morning to you. The rest of the day I'm going to keep to myself, but this is Jeff and I'm Dan, and we're happy St. Patrick's Day to you. We're doing a holiday version of Late Hits. It's official. As of 2:40, St. Patrick's Day afternoon. We are going to, all the keepers are in, so we're going to continue to talk about who kind of missed the boat on some areas and who's looking extremely well going into the 2013 season. Jeff?
Well, let's take a look at the big board. We've got a few guys. I think Mmfbl Jeans set himself up pretty nice. He's got 4, 5 quality pitchers already locked in. So that's a good start to have to start the year off going into the draft.
Yeah, there's a couple guys that you look at and you look at their keepers that they have and you're like, well, you know what, they got themselves a set up for success for next year.
Right.
And there's a couple people where you can look the same and be like, well, maybe they could have done a little bit better. Walk the plank. Then just saying, not to throw you under the bus, but we're looking at what you got up here. You don't have a first-round keeper because you traded Jerry Weaver away. You do have an next or second-round pick, which is nice, but keeping Yadier Molina at 5 could have went either way. He's probably going to get drafted around there anyhow. Josh Willingham at 15, Rick Porcello, Carlos Quinn. Wasn't there a pitcher that he could have kept at
Mike Minor?
Mike Minor? Mike Minor would have been a good call. Just saying. You look at Seven Kinds of Smoke, who just made an acquisition today. As a matter of fact, the trade deadline didn't stop until 1 o'clock today. So myself and Pat Farley came to a deal, and he is now keeping Mark Trumbo at 15th. He was on the block for a long time, and no one put any bids on him. Probably one of the steals of the draft.
One of the things I've noticed through the draft is putting up the board. Back Gunners is now going to have 4 6th-round picks. So you can do a lot of damage in the 6th round. 6th round, nice round. You're going to get quality players, quality pitchers, quality bats. It's all there. It's all there for the taking.
If you miss one, with all those picks, you're going to land on 2 guys that you know for a fact that you're going to want to keep for next year. And then having 4 picks at the end of the 6th round, which is a premium round when it comes to as far as keepers go. He's sitting pretty nice when it comes to that.
Let's take another. We took the look at the good with Mmfbl Jeans. He did good, and I hate to have to say it, but you actually locked up quite a few players with the option of being able to acquire extra keeper round picks, which is huge. You end up keeping how many?
8.
8 keepers. That's probably the most I've ever seen.
8 keepers in 1 year. Now, granted, on the side note, it's also going to make the pot really good, and which it is. Personally, I'd rather lock in players that I know what I'm getting, as opposed to not know what I'm getting and taking a chance of it. That's just my philosophy.
I take a chance.
Yeah, you sure do. And you kind of have to, because you have like 7 picks this year in this draft.
I do. I have 7 picks in the first. Well, actually, I have 4 picks in the rounds 1 through 15, or 1 through 10. 1 through 10. So I only need half.
Yeah.
I usually don't like to miss.
Could be worse. It could be 3 and 13 and not make. Wait a minute. You were 3 and 13.
I was 3 and 13. So if I can get 3 and 13 by the halfway mark, I'll be all right.
If you're 4 and 12, you're ahead of the game.
I'm ahead of the game at 4 and 12.
Enough.
So I'm solid there. I've got expectations are set pretty well.
Do you want to just go through and see who's keeping who?
Well, I think we've already got who's keeping who on the board on the emails, but I guess we can go with that. We got a couple minutes to shoot, kill some time. Let's take a look. Well, Mike Devine, we already have him predicting taking Cabrera in the 1st round.
I mean, how could you not go against having a guy you've kept for 3 years now to be able to draft him without any keeper keeper fees? Oh yeah, and that guy won the Triple Crown, which is not too bad.
Right, moving down to the 5th spot, he also is keeping David Wright, solid there.
David Wright, you get an all-star 3rd baseman sitting at the hot corner, and now mentioned he's done extremely well in the World Baseball Classic with the United States team.
A little injury there, but it shouldn't hold him back a little bit. Then he went down and kept Chapman in the 10th. Is he a closer? Is he a starter? Don't know yet, but he wants that closer role. Either way, probably the 2nd best closer in the game.
Either way you look at it, whether he goes into the rotation or if he's in the back half of the bullpen. If he's in the bullpen, he's going to save you 45 to 50 games. If he's in the starting rotation, he's going to strike out 200 guys this season. my only question mark is if they do put him in the starting rotation. Granted, the points going to be there, but are the innings going to be there? Are they going to be on a pitch count or something along those lines?
Yeah, dropping down on the 15th round, he selected Jonathan Neese.
Jonathan Neese, also a quality pitcher, especially in that late in the round. My only problem is that he plays for the Mets.
Yeah, he does, but Mike loves the Mets.
Yeah, he loves to hate the Mets.
I know, it's awesome. And dropped down to the 20th round, he picked up a nice catcher, Jonathan Lucroy.
20th round.
20th round. Can't go wrong. Nice solid catcher.
If he sucks and doesn't do anything, well, it was the 20th round, so you got nothing.
All right, not too bad. Nice little start he's got going on there. Moving on to high cheese. We got him predicting taking David Price. That's our big board.
Prediction on the big board is David Price the second.
Going to the 5th spot, he didn't keep anyone. Dropping down to the 10th, he selected to keep Austin Jackson.
Well, actually, me and Jamie actually made a trade on Austin Jackson. I had Matt Adams at 25, and he had Austin Jackson at. I had Austin Jackson at available for a 10th round keeper. We swapped out. He gave me his 15. I gave him those two players in exchange for that.
Right, and then we dropped down to the 20th. He's going to keep Matt Adams, first baseman for St. Louis. He had the ability to keep him at 25, but he bumped him up to keep Tawan Walker from Seattle.
Great pitching prospect, 18th overall major league pitching prospect in all of baseball.
So that's not a bad spot to keep a 25 round young pitcher. We're going to move over to Chico's. We have Chico in the first round taking, who do we have him taking? Maybe Matt Kemp?
If you look at
our mock-up draft, and Matt Kemp. We have Chico's going with Matt Kemp in the first round. That's a prediction. Dropping down, he didn't have a 5. Going in the 10th round, he's going to keep Will Middlebrooks. Not a bad little third baseman there at 10. And then he's got the Bryce Harper phenom there at 15. Can't go wrong with that. And he's also got Dominic Brown. Nice little outfield setting up. And wait, we're not done. He's still got more.
Is Jose Tuve.
Jose Tuve at 25 is solid. And he's also he acquired an additional 10th round pick with Matt Harvey, which is solid too. So he's got a nice little setup, a nice little outfield brewing there with Brown and Harper. And he'll have Matt Kemp. So he'll be done. So he's looking to go pitching probably in the early rounds, second and third rounds. Not bad. Moving on to Bat Garners. Bat Garners has got quite a few additional picks in the in the second round there. Who we have here on the mock draft?
Mock draft, we have him taking Cole Hamels.
Cole Hamels. That's just our mock.
Looking at pitching, obviously. I mean, he's got Mike Trout. He's got Cueto.
Yeah.
What better way to lock in a solid pitching staff? Because he didn't really keep a lot of players per se, but he's got one of the best outfielders in the game.
Yeah.
Solidified
essentially he's got the number 2 pick overall. If we weren't doing a keeper league, he would have number 2 pick overall.
Exactly.
And he's got him locked at number.
And he's got him for the next probably 4 years. So
that's pretty solid.
Good luck on drafting Mike Trout. Anybody else?
So moving on to 7 kinds of smokes. Who do we have him on the mock draft?
7 kinds of smokes. We have taken CC Sabathia.
CC Sabathia going pitching, the best available pitcher out there.
I mean, he's already got his outfield set.
Yeah,
look at it with Melky Cabrera, Mark Trumbo, and Andrew McCutcheon.
So
not bad,
right?
Not bad at all. So I mean, if I was him, and where we have him pegging is a guy like CC Sabathia who can get you 18 to 20 wins every single year, strike 200 people out. Consistency is the name of the game for that.
Right. So that's not too bad. Moving on to Lords of Diamond, locked up number 2, probably best pitcher in baseball. One of the probably number 3 best catcher with Carlos Santana. He's got an up and coming first baseman called Paul Goldschmidt, and a solid outfield with Desmond Jennings.
I really like Pedro Alvarez at 25.
That's not bad. He's got a solid spot for producing home runs. With batting average, well,
batting average. I've actually had acquired Pedro Alvarez a couple years back from Josh Gregory's, I believe, like 3 or 4 years ago.
And he had problems hitting the curveball.
He was productive for me. Had a little problems hitting the curveball, but at 25, that's great value, and I think he's in good shape to make a move in 2013.
All right, we got Belko Boys keeping Joey Votto, and he's going to keep Jason Haywood, Trevor Bauer in the 10th, Homer Bailey in the 15th, Jurickson Profar.
The names might be getting real cool here in a little while.
AJ Burnett in the 25th. Joey Votto, can't go wrong with Joey Votto in the first round. Jason Haywood at 5. That's solid there. Got a solid up-and-coming player in the 5th
My
round.
question is right there.
Right here.
Number 10.
Number 10. Trevor Bauer at 10th. Is he going to play in the major leagues? Usually, in my opinion, I like to keep players that are going to play in at least 20th round. If you're not on the MLB roster and you're not going to contribute and you're keeping them at 10, that's a big risk. You pretty much lost a player who might not play.
And I agree. Maybe Bauer at 15 has more value. Where he's got plenty of value. I mean, for me personally, in the 10th round, I'm looking for a guy that's going to produce runs.
Right, you want someone
to produce strikeouts, throw a good up ERA, and know what you're getting on top of that.
Right.
Trevor Bauer, you still don't know. He's coming from a new team. Rumor has it he's kind of a head case and does listen to his catchers. And you know, kind of quirky guy. He can go one way or he can go the other. He could be a superstar eventually.
Right. I hope that's what he's banking on.
Yeah, and that's great. But at 10, do you really want to bank on somebody with that kind of a pick?
Right.
Personally, not me. Good luck, friend. Wish you all the best.
Homer Bailey.
It's going to happen.
Moving on to Homer Bailey there. That's solid. Solid
Homer Bailey there.
15th.
Absolutely. 15th round.
No-hitter.
Yeah.
He's got a ton of upside.
Plays for his Homer Cincinnati team. And you know, I think they're going to win a lot of games. I think they're favored to be the best team over in the Central and the NL. And
so that team scores runs, scores some closeout games.
Yeah.
So
starting pitching is going to get you wins. You got to go 6-7 innings. Odds are they give it to Mr. Chapman over there. You're going to get yourself a win.
Moving on to the MLB #1 prospect in the league, Jurickson Profar.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Good pickup for him.
At 20th. Nice. He acquired in a trade.
I like A.J. Burnett at 25.
Burnett, that's solid. That's a solid ace of the staff of the Pirates right now, as you look at it.
You know,
and Pirates they're in the mold to make that next step.
They're making moves.
They're making moves. So not too bad for Fran. Moving on to Brew Crew. Keeping Ryan Braun, can't go wrong there, I guess.
Well, you kind of can.
Well, you kind of can.
There's a lot of, obviously,
a couple question marks floating around there.
The whole PED thing and how he, Pat failed the drug test and then found a way out of it, found a loophole in the system.
And now MLB.
And then the name came up. It's a slap in the face of the MLB and that. Me personally,
that makes me a little nervous.
I think they're going to dig until they find something.
Yeah, but he's going to play until something comes up. So we might as well go with what we know. He's going to play.
Yeah.
And that would
just
make
a lot of questions.
Just a little nervous though.
Absolutely.
Chase Utley at 15. Can't go wrong with Chase Utley. Solid second baseman.
Yeah,
second baseman is a weak position, thin position. So might as well get the points where you can get them. And 15 is a very good spot to grab a second baseman.
And not for nothing, me and Jeff had the opportunity to see Chase Utley play about last week, and you know what? He was running well. He's fielded the ball well. He went like 2 for 3 in a game with a double and 2 RBIs, I believe, against the Rays. Not bad.
Moving on down to number 20, can't go wrong with Cy Young ball, R.A. Dickey. So
the guy struck over 200 people, Cy Young candidate.
Now he's on a team that can score runs even more, playing in the offensive juggernauts. It's going to be the Blue Jays.
I think what Toronto did in acquiring Dickey, and not to mention the run support that he's going to give.
The sky's the limit for Dickey there, so that's solid. You got
to be another Cy Young candidate in the American League. Little question mark, but I think that's still great. So
all right, let's get ready for draft on Sunday.
All right, happy St. Patrick's Day.